So that is pull wrapped up. I won't post any training videos just because I only took like 2 or 3. So I'll save that for another training video. We'll keep this strictly food and meal timing. It's currently about 20 past 8. So I got to the gym about 20 to 6, I think. And we trained pull and then done 20 minutes on the bike cardio. At the moment, doing 5 days a week, 20 minutes on the bike after every session. Rest days, just steps, and we're doing 7,000 steps a day. So fairly nice and simple. Pretty much quite easy output at the moment. I'm sure it'll get a bit harder in later date. But food. So post-workout meal, simple. This has been the same for like the last 2 years, year and a half, 2 years. Cocoa Pops, easy carb to get in. At the moment it's 125 grams. It was dropped from about 150, it was the highest I went up to in peak push, which was a couple months ago. So this is 125 gram of Cocoa Pops, and then one shake. At the moment I'm using Perform Whey, the white chocolate one. It's nice, it's really good, quite sweet if you like sweet things. I don't have much sweet things in my diet, so this is quite nice. The start to the day, eat something a bit sweet. Everything else is salty and savoury throughout the day. So yeah, post-workout meal, that's it. We'll get this in, and then go home, shower, and then it'll be time for meal 2 really. So my first 2 meals are quite close together because I do get quite hungry after this meal. This just goes fucking straight through. It's nothing, doesn't really touch the sides, but it's just good to have post-workout. Obviously you want the carbs getting in and the protein straight away. So we'll nail this, get home, and meal 2. So meal 2 is essentially 3 slices of granary, toast, 2 bacon medallions, 4 egg whites, 2 yolks, and 20 grams of sauce. We got 260 gram of orange juice, coffee. The sourdough toast it's supposed to be sourdough toast, but I find that the crust is too hard to eat for my teeth. Eating that every day is a bit of a challenge, so we opted for granary, which works out as 3 slices instead of 2 sourdough. So that's why I've got 3, and that's pretty much meal 2. And then we'll eat again in 2 hours, and I'll see you then. Meal number 3 about to go in. We've got 125 gram of dry weight rice. That's about 375 grams of cooked weight. 2 fillets of cod in there as well, and some soy sauce. Then I've got a bagel and a banana, and then 1 apple. And that is meal number 3. About 1:30. I think I just said that, but this is meal number 3. The meal number 4 we're going to be in about probably 3:30. Yeah, we're going to eat this, get a bit of work done, and then it'll be time for meal number 4. Okay, so time for meal number 4. It's about 4:30 now, so it's been about 3 hours since our last meal. So I'm quite hungry now. I like to try and space our meals out quite evenly throughout the day, and just getting them in when I'm hungry really. As long as it's like 2.5 to 3 hours between each meal, all is good. So we've got 125 grams of rice, jasmine rice here. It's about 375 grams cooked weight. 150 grams of lean beef mince, 5% lean, with some passata on because there wasn't any courgettes at the shop on Wednesday, and no tomatoes as well. So my kind of veg that I like to stick to is courgette or tomatoes. So yeah, we're using passata, which is just blended up tomatoes in it, so that's fine. And then 25 grams of low-fat sauce. I was going for HP. Just gives it kind of fruity, spicy flavour. And then we've got 1 apple, 1 banana, which is in plan. And then the old white monster is taking a visit. So when it gets to around this time of the day, because I've been up since like 4:30 in the morning, I kind of get tired now. I'm pretty much tired throughout the whole day, to be honest. When it gets to like 12 in the afternoon, so I've got up, done my meals, done training, done cardio, done steps, got home, had meal 3, and about that time, once I've had meal 3, watch a bit of YouTube, about to do some work, that's when I start nodding off. So that's when I usually have a little nap, wake up from the nap, smash out the work, which takes like an hour or 2, literally. Just a few menus and talking to clients and stuff. And then after that, probably eat, do a bit more work. And then once it gets to this meal now, so meal 4, I'll have another bit of caffeine. So my caffeine throughout the day is pre-workout. I have an espresso. So first thing in the morning, I have an espresso, train, come back. With meal 2, I'll have a coffee, which is another little caffeine hit, ready for steps. And then this monster goes in about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, just to get me through to bed, because I don't really want to be having another nap now before bed, because I just won't sleep. It's just to carry me through the day, so I don't keep nodding off, because I do like to have that like 6-7 hours sleep if I can, full sleep. So having any other naps than one, I have like 1 half an hour nap in the day. Any more than that is going to really just tamper with the night sleep. So I try not to do that. That just keeps us awake now till about 8-9 o'clock. So I'm going to eat this now, and then I will catch up with you in about 2.5 hours, about 6:30. So yeah, see you then. Okay, so we're back for meal number 5. It is currently 7:10, so a bit later than usual, but that's fine. I don't mind. We can put 2 meals together, the last 2 really. We'll have this meal now, 7:10, and then about 8:30 we'll get our last meal in. So this is what we're working with. Tastes better than it looks. I'm not really too arsed about presentation when it comes to my food. So I've opted for pasta instead of rice or potato. I couldn't be arsed cooking potatoes. Pasta takes 12 minutes. So we've got 117 grams of dried pasta, whatever that is, in cooked, I'm not sure. And then we got 200 grams of turkey. So turkey burgers there. I put some passata in there as well. Then we got like 8 or 9 mushrooms in there as well. And then 40 grams of cheese for the fats. So that is meal number 5. The 40 grams of cheese. You might be like, what? You're having cheese? Yes, I'm having cheese. It's just different fat source. You can either have cheese, or sometimes I'll swap it out for cashew nuts if I don't want any dairy. But the dairy for me is quite fine now. So I used to be allergic to dairy actually when I was younger, but like I talked about earlier, I've added it back in slowly to my diet because I wanted to get back on the whey protein, which I have 3 scoops a day. So yeah, I'm actually going to go through with you my last meal now instead of later on. which I'll do in a minute. Okay, so last meal, which I'm going to go through with you now. It is only, like I said before, 7:15 or something. So this meal will go in about 8:30. It's my last meal, so pretty much my pre-workout meal, because obviously I train fasted in the morning. So this will carry me through to the night, and then obviously into tomorrow's session. Because the food's still quite high, I can easily run off this food for tomorrow morning. You know, I'm still quite full in the morning anyway. Well, at the moment, actually, that's a bit of a lie. I'm actually quite hungry, so in the mornings. But this is our final meal, the pre-bed meal. So we have only 75 grams of oats. It used to be like 125 grams. And then since we had the drop in calories, Luke just took the calories out of my last meal, because one, with 125 grams, I was struggling to get it down, and then I was bloating as well pre-bed, because I was having to chug my last bit of water in as well. Obviously oats and water don't really mix very well, so I used to get a bit of a bloat before bed, which wasn't very comfortable, obviously trying to sleep and stuff. So the last meal is down to 75 grams of oats. As well, if you haven't got any of these, if you've seen these before, these are like cereal containers. I use 2 of these, so I've got one for my oats and one for my rice. Really good. If you haven't got them, get one. If you're bodybuilding and use a lot of rice and oats, definitely worth investing in getting one. I think they're only like, this one's from IKEA, I'm guessing like £5 or something, but really good. Got little containers at the top, big and small one to pour. Just easy to use. Protein of choice is the Perform Whey white chocolate. 2 scoops of this, so 50 grams of protein goes in, and then 25 grams of peanut butter. I use a Sunpart Smooth, really good, and 20 grams of jam, and that's pretty much it. And then I'll put that in with blueberries, either blueberries here, or, which are really nice, dark cherries, frozen fruit. So I'll use those. Again, just a simple fruit, which I'll use either blueberries, strawberries, cherries, raspberries sometimes. I'll just put that on top just for nice flavouring and gets a bit more fruit in for the day as well. And that's it. That is my last meal. So I'll eat that, and then I'll wait about half an hour to an hour, let that digest and go to bed. And that, like I said, my pre-workout meal, that's what that is. So but yeah, that's all the meals talked about, showed you all the meals. Hope you enjoyed this little full day of eating. I'm definitely I will do another one for the rest day, because I know calories are much higher on that day. I will put the calories on the next slide after this for the whole day and the macros. But yeah, that's it. I'll probably see you again for the next YouTube video, whatever that is. I have decided. What I've done is actually, if you're another YouTuber, I'm sure all these people do this, but staying on track of content is so important. I've done a few videos or a few weeks where, because obviously I post one once a week, I've done a few weeks where I didn't have anything planned out, and it was so stressful trying to think of what I need to film and edit, because once I film this, I'll go away and edit it and then post it on the Monday, and then on the same week you got to think of something else to film and record and different content to do. So the week, when you're busy as well, the week does catch up on you, and the weeks just fly by. At the moment we're already nearly in May, so it's flying by. So what I do is I just spend a day and just come up with content for like the next 6 months. Literally just a really long list of content, so each week I can just tick off what I'm doing. Just a little tip for anyone who is maybe just starting out doing YouTube and wants to know how to plan the videos, and just sit down one day, plan it all out, plan the next 6 months, decide how many videos you're going to do. Maybe you might do 1 a week, 2 a week. I think I started doing 2 weeks, and that was just a bit too much when I was working, so I dropped it down to 1. That seems to be good, and I just keep it consistent every Monday now. So So yeah, not going to go on too much about that, but that's the full day of eating done. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you took something away from it. Maybe didn't. Maybe just a bit of entertainment, but a bit of an insight into what I'm eating at the moment. And at the moment we've got 5 or 6 more weeks to pushing weight up, and then I'm not going to go into detail what the next stage is, but I'll let you know soon probably. But yeah, 5 or 6 weeks going to push. I think I spoke about it in the first bit. This is extended sets this week, so adding another set onto your back off set, which I'm enjoying. So we're going to get that done, and then we're into another few weeks of something else, which again I'll probably explain in a different video. But you've heard too much of my voice today, so I'm going to go. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, do what you need to do, and I'll see you next week. Cheers guys.